Let's talk about Jada Pinkett Smith again. Now, there hasn't been really anything new interview-wise with her. Seems that the media circus surrounding her has kind of quieted down just a bit. Just like her book sales. So, after sacrificing her husband on the altar to humiliate him for book sales and emasculating him over and over again for the past 2 weeks, her book actually launched. So on 10/17, at least according to this article, her book Worthy dropped. This is the cover right here. You have to wonder, after that big press tour, after going out there and emasculating Will Smith over and over again and revealing intimate details of their personal lives, do you think it was worth it? Now she's in the public eye again. People actually have her name on their mouths. Did that equate to book sales? The answer is no. It is already plummeting down the charts. So when it first came out, it actually was doing okay. And then it dropped from number 2 or 3 down to, I believe it's at spot 84 now. So that didn't work out very well. A lot of bad press for Will, so a shitty book could just come out to die. You would have been better off letting him rebuild his brand so you could have got some revenue off of that. But she wants to be more popular than him or something. Like, something's going on there where she feels the need to bring him down to her level or something. It's very strange, and he's okay with it. He's been doing things and standing right by her. It's okay, honey. It's okay that you keep bringing this shit to my doorstep yearly when people are finally starting to stop talk about me. Here comes Jada Pinkett Smith to bring everybody back to Will Smith's doorstep. So the 52-year-old actress's book released on October 17th, and it managed to nab the number 3 spot on Amazon's charts for the week of October 22nd, which lists the top 20 most sold and read books of the week. She finished behind Britney Spears. That book is still selling, by the way, The Woman in Me. I guess there's a bunch of shit in that book. Martin Scorsese's movie that just came out, the book that's based on Killers of the Flower Moon, that returned to the top of the charts because of the movie. And then, after that brief release, the book plummeted to number 81. So it had like a few days of selling good, and then it just plummeted. There was no kind of staying there. Usually a book will kind of stay up there for a couple of weeks before it starts slowly going down the list. This one just plummeted immediately. So there was an initial little buzz that probably wouldn't have been there without the interviews, and then the book plummeted off a cliff because nobody really gives a shit about Jada Pinkett Smith. Nobody cares if you think you're worthy or whatever the purpose of this book was, because she comes off as a horrible person. So nobody, and I guarantee you the people that bought that book were looking for dirt on Will Smith. They couldn't give a shit about her. Where's this massive Jada Pinkett Smith fan base? I don't think that that's there. By Wednesday evening, it had dropped 3 more spots to 84. Notably, the main bestsellers only tracks sales, whereas Jada book placed in the top 3 on the online retailers charts that track both sales and the number of Kindle readers. And Audible listeners working through the book suggesting that most people were interested in her memoir, then were willing to shell out for a copy they could own. So there's people interested in it. They didn't want to buy it. And I guarantee you those people that are interested in it because they want Will Smith dirt. The Matrix star's book also struggled to get readers to leave a review on Amazon. The store's listing shows as of Wednesday that only 148 people left a rating on her book, compared to the 1,000 people that have rated Britney Spears' memoir, which was only released on Tuesday. Worthy was completely missing from Amazon's list of its top 100 selling Kindle books. However, it did top the list of women's biographies. So there you go. It is on that list. What does that tell you about women's biographies? That it topped that list, and it's like number 84 on the best sellers. Nobody shopping in the category. It was also absent from Publishers Weekly's top 25 overall. Barnes & Noble bestseller list was also a list it wasn't on. But a John Stamos book that came out after her scored a spot in the 30s. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Bad news for Jada Pinkett Smith. Bad news. After running your family into the ground for weeks and weeks and revealing dirt that really didn't need to be revealed, let's be honest. You could have skipped all of that. Now your book is out, and it's like you have to ask yourself, was that worth it? Was it worth it to embarrass your family and your husband and possibly hurt his future revenue so you could put out this shitty book that nobody cared about? Nobody cared about that. What's the next book going to be? Sex Life Revealed? You know, like everything that she does, like all the questions that she was, or all the stuff she was putting out in this book was shit about Will Smith. I mean, what got people talking about this book at all? It was the fact that she hasn't been living with him in the same house since 7 years ago. It's been 7 years since they have shared a house together. That's a pretty big detail because it makes his Oscar slap look foolish. Oh, he's not doing this because he loves his wife. Like, why are you even doing this? You haven't been with her in 7 years. But you're going to go up and slap this man and make a fool of yourself. He looks like a bigger fool now. And then she was bringing Chris Rock in it, saying that he was mad because he asked her out or some shit. Like, stop. Like, at this point, you were dependent on Will Smith's image to make money because he's the only one that, for some reason, is still up there. Like, I don't know who would want to hire him to be an action star now. He'll never be a believable action star again because of all of this shit that's happened. Everybody thinks he's a cuck. Everybody thinks he's a loser now. And you think that she would do the right thing and help him rebuild his brand and image, but no, she keeps dragging it through the mud for her image that really only a handful of people give a shit about. Obviously. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.